Grab some meat or whatever you need. I'm Corey, and it's time to get into it. Gran Turismo 7 has finally done their update. This is something that a lot of people were expecting, a lot of people were waiting for. People have been complaining a lot about the economy and the fact that they found it very challenging and it took a lot of time to earn a decent amount of credits. A lot of people were complaining at how expensive the cars were. Me personally, I've always just been one of those people that I play the game so much that it's never really been too much of an issue for me to acquire what I want. But they went through and they did a lot of changes, a lot of sweeping changes in the game. So we're going to read this story on GT Planet, or this article on GT Planet, going over a lot of stuff that has been modified in the 1.11 update. So it says the latest update for Gran Turismo 7 version 1.11 has now arrived. As expected, it's the first of the updates that series producer Kazunori Yamauchi referred to in his message to fans last month. By the way, if you guys like these videos, you like what I'm doing, like, share, comment, subscribe, check out my Odyssey, odyse.com/@CoreyAllen. Says it does bring major changes to the game's economy, particularly the ease in which players can earn in-game currency. They also upped the cap, which is great. It weighs about a little bit under a gig, or a little bit more than a gig on PS4. On PS5, it's 917 megabits, which is reasonably hefty for an update that doesn't contain any new vehicles or track content. However, it does add new races, new missions, and increases rewards for circuit experience and many longer world circuit races, some of which have almost tripled their payout. And that is true. I was looking through a list that just popped up on Twitter, and it showed that a lot of these races, their completions, the rewards were doubled, if not tripled in some cases. And that's a huge thing. That's a huge win in many people's eyes. I would say having it easier to get money is nice. Do I think it was necessarily needed? Not really, but at the same time, I kind of understand where some people were coming from. I just have a lot more time to play games than most people do, and I get that. There's 3 new races added to the World Circuits: a World Touring Car 600 event at Tokyo Expressway, a World Touring Car 700 at Le Mans location, and a World Touring Car 800 at Sardegna road race. The Le Mans race actually becomes the most valuable repeatable race in the game, with a 550,000 credits prize for first place, increasing to 825,000 credits for clean race bonus added on. Although it is also likely to take close to 40 minutes to complete. And that's really not that bad for that kind of payout. If you can do a clean race and get almost 1 million credits for 40 minutes, that's not terrible. Although we haven't done a full survey of the changes to the prize money on other races, it's clear that races to which players gain access in Menu Book 31 and later have seen large changes, with earlier events untouched. Porsche Cup, Ferrari Challenge, Nissan GTR Cup, Schwarzwald League, World Rally Challenge, and Race of Turbo Sports Cars events all see increases with that roughly double the rewards. The individual WTC 6, 7, and 800 events are all more than doubled, while the 3 corresponding championships see smaller gains. I've always loved that Peugeot, by the way. Circuit experience. While the prize money for individual circuit sectors have not changed, there's now large rewards for completing a particular track's experience. In each case, there's now a bonus which you'll receive if you pass every sector and the full lap at bronze. Was that there before? I don't remember that being there before. I never really did the track experience. And an additional bonus if you should hit each section in gold. Excuse me. This varies according to the length and complexity, from 20,000 credits for bronze to 100,000 credits for gold. And for the North Isle Speedway, which is a half-mile loop, up to 5 million credits for nailing gold across the board at Nordschleife. If you've already completed any track experience, don't worry that you'll be missing out. Clicking through the sector overview menu and backing out will reward you with any bonuses in which you're eligible for. That's pretty cool. Missions. A new book of missions called The Human Comedy, perhaps a play on Yamauchi's famous human drama statement, is available for players who have reached collector level 23. There's 8 events in total. I'm actually pretty close to 23. I think I'm like 19. When I got Elden Ring, I pretty much stopped playing Gran Turismo just because Elden Ring took all of my time up. I did install the update and start playing again a bit today, each of which consists of 1-hour endurance races at a different circuit. The races all have different eligibility requirements, from the Kai Car race at Autopolis, and a race for Bach Mono at Trial Mountain, and some GR3 races. Each has the same price, with 300,000 credits for the bronze requirement, 400,000 for the silver, and 500,000 for the gold. Which is the race in all 8 cases, which is the race win in all 8 cases, which adds to a total up to 1.2 million credits, or 9.6 million for clearing the entire book. This is only a one-time prize, however. Going over the car dealers, there's now more cars available than any one time within the used car and the legend car dealers areas, increasing the choice on offer. There were some pretty good ones when I got on there earlier. Unfortunately, the Torino was sold out, so I wasn't able to pick up a Torino, which is, I mean, I have the 11, but I prefer the Torino. I like the flip-top headlights. I think they look far better. Whereas the used book dealer previously showed 15 cars, there's now 30 cards available. There was also the 22B in there, so I picked that up because that's my favorite Subaru, hands down, without question. Legends also sees a doubling of stock from 5 cars up to 10. As this update has only just landed, it's not clear how many cars will rotate out of stock in the dealers each day, but we'd expect this to also roughly double, to around 6 cars and 2 cars respectively. Other changes: prize money has also been increased in lobby and daily race events. With all of the new rewards, it'd be easy to miss out on a lot of credits by banging off the 2 million credit cap. This has now been added, or raised rather, to 100 million credits, so you can have a max of 100 million credits now. There's changes to vehicles physics regarding jumps, which Polyphony Digital notes applies to mainly on dirt tracks, something in which players grinding the Fisherman's Ranch and Sardegna windmills races will be very familiar with. Anti-lag systems have also seen changes, with their on-off activation changed to off, weak, and strong. New menu buttons have been added to the car collection screen, allowing for faster navigation. Button operation has also been adjusted in replays so that only cancel and confirm buttons will bring up the control menu. Other minor changes include how smoke appears through the windows and in photos, making BOP selectable in custom races, tweaks to various cars relating how livery and custom parts are displayed, and fixes for issues in such settings and sheet bugs. So there is a link in this to the full patch notes, which, as you guys know, all of my videos, I make the website available in the description, so you can definitely check the description to go to the link and check it all out. Now, as I've said, this is a big win for a lot of people. This is even a win for me, even though I didn't really have many complaints about the prize money to begin with. Um, I've always just seen it as if I've got to race more, I've got to race more. I don't even really see the microtransactions as something worth acknowledging because they've never been invasive in Gran Turismo 7 for me. When I finish a race or whenever I get credits, is there the option to purchase a microtransaction? Yes. Does my cursor automatically go to that option? No. That's one of the reasons that I've never seen an issue with it. It's not like they're trying to force it on people. It's not like they're trying to push it on people. It's just an option that's there. Are people going to use it? Sure. Are people going to complain about it? Sure. People complain about everything. It's current year. Nobody can be happy or satisfied with anything. That's just the way that it is. I don't find a reason to complain about that shit. If it was one of those things where every time you win a race, they're like automatically putting your cursor on, buy money or yeah, basically buy money, buy in-game credits, then that would be an issue. But it doesn't do that. Anyways, that's just a brief overview as the updates in Gran Turismo 7. So it's pretty cool. You can get more money easier. If you haven't played the game, make sure you get on. There is a 1 million credit reward. I guess you call it a reward for them having the extremely long patch if you haven't received that yet. So get on and snag that. You've got a couple more weeks, I believe, before it's gone. Yeah, so it's pretty exciting. I will be playing Gran Turismo throughout the day. Just, I like this one because it's more single player driven. I'm a single player gamer. I'm a PvE gamer. I'm not really that big on PvP anymore. PvP games stress me out. They make me frustrated. It takes the fun out of gaming for me, which is why I don't really do League of Legends unless it's against bots. It's just so I take the game differently when I play PvP versus PvE. So I will be climbing through, getting more cars, getting more upgrades, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Once again, like, share, comment, subscribe. Check me out on Odyssey, odyssey.com/@CoreyAllen. On Odyssey, I will be covering more political stuff, more societal stuff, and the reason I like Odyssey is because I can say exactly what I want to say, exactly how I feel about things, without having to worry about getting struck, without having to worry about algorithmically being thwarted. So yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow.